Truly Tyler by Terri Libenson. Prologue. Sometimes I look around the cafeteria lunch and wonder why everything is set up the way it is. Why the jocks sit near the front and the science kids sit in the back, and the manga kids sit near the ice cream freezer. Why the volleyball team sits near the windows and the orchestra kids sit near the tray conveyor belt, which, by the way, is kinda fortunate. I guess I'm lucky I'm into sports, otherwise I might end up here. Computer nerds, science freaks, and math club kids. It's not that my friends aren't smart too. Okay, maybe not smart, but there are times I think, maybe it shouldn't be this way. I doubt anyone else in my group thinks about this stuff. They probably don't see the point of being friends with anyone else. Not sure if that's good or bad. All I know is, more and more, I kind of like getting to know different people. I just wish we weren't so divided. Tyler. I'm sure lots of kids are sad when winter break is over, like the ones who get picked on at school, or the kids who go away with their families to Florida and have to come back to the cold and snow. Even the ones who stay home during winter break and do regular stuff, playing video games, watching movies, probably hate it when they return to school. Me, I'm the opposite. I love going back. I know that sounds weird, but if you lived in my house, you would understand. It's not exactly an amusement park. Things haven't been the same since Zach, that's my big brother, went to high school. Now he always goes out with his friends or to practice or work. When he is home, he stays in his room and plays bass guitar or talks to his girlfriend. Zach stopped playing Fortnite with me a while ago. And all my mom wants to do when she's home is play Scrabble. But I understand Zach. If I had a driver's license and my own car, bought with money from a Taekwondo assistant job, I'd be gone too. But that's not happening for 2 years, 10 months, and 14 days. I did try to make the most of being home. I played video games and picked up basketball with the Wyatts, Anthony Randall, and Jolango the first week. But a huge blizzard kept us the rest of the break. All I did was practice my trumpet and draw. I did get special permission, think begging, to go to Anthony's house for Christmas Eve. He's my best friend. Don't tell Joe. Anthony and I have known each other since preschool. I've only known Joe since last year when we came to Lakefront from different elementary schools. We were put on the same team in grade 6. Our school is so big they divide us into teams. And that's when we became friends. Anyway, back to Christmas Eve, which was awesome. Anthony's parents made this whole spread, and nothing was from a frozen bag. Anthony has 2 little sisters who talk non-stop and fought over the butterballs. His huge saggy dog, Thenius, was under the table this whole time, taking turns licking crumbs and my big toe. His dad asked me a lot of questions, which totally mortified Anthony but didn't bother me. My dad usually asks me the same 2 things on the phone when we talk. How's school? How's basketball? Maybe he'd ask more, but he's always interrupted by Michelle. More on her later. As you probably guessed, my parents are divorced, which is no big deal, I know. So are every other kids. But my mom works a lot, and even though she's a good parent and is involved in all that, she's still pretty tired at the end of the day. And since she had work most of the break and only wanted a few low-key Scrabble nights, that just added to the boredom. I just got back to school, guessing I'll be the only one happy to be here. Definitely will be happy to be around my friends. And pumped for my favorite classes, like PE and Miss Laurie's art class. I started taking art this year, and I'm hooked. After our winter Zentangle project, I went home and made like 5 more Zentangle drawings. Zentangle is a form of meditative doodling using constructive patterns. I'm on my locker before homeroom. Anthony, in full winter gear, walks over. That's what I love about the guy. He never cares what anyone thinks. Hat with side straps, mittens, scarf, snow boots, snow pants, deep freeze parka. Probably keeps a bunch of quilts in locker. Fortnite tonight? You're on your house this time? Yep. Technically, we can play apart and talk on our phones, but it's still way more fun in person. I love playing at his house, mainly because of my gaming partner. Anthony unloads about 40 pounds of outerwear in his locker while I dumped my slushy coat and hat in mine and grabbed my binder. Hey, Emmie. Hi, Tyler. Did you have a good break? Yup, I made some new Zentagles. With butt clouds? Nah, but now I want to add some. See you in art? Sure. Athena and I made our way through the jungle, aka Main Hall, trying to dodge a couple of scary-looking 8th graders. 14-year-olds with beards just ain't right. Her face looked like flaming hot Cheetos. Is she still crushing on you? I dunno. We're friends. Before winter break, Amy Douglas wrote me a really mushy love letter that I wasn't supposed to see. Joe found it and shoved it to me. And half the school, I guess he thought it was funny, but it totally was uncool of him to do that. Even though she said she wrote it as a joke, I felt really bad that she was embarrassed. So I started talking to her and didn't mention the note again. Now we're kind of friends and we hang out in art. Hey losers, know the science experiments that Mr. Danker had us do over break? Yeah, 'cause we had to do them. Well, I tried one of those biofilm and all of this green mug ruined a cup. I kept it in the fridge and guess what? My uncle came over and drank it. Yeah, he's on some kind of juice cleanage and thought it was a green smoothie. Till the aftertaste hit. We all crack up. I pretend to vomit and that's the exact moment Ciela walks over in her girl pose. Real mature, Tyler. Now it's my turn to go flaming Cheetos. Ciela is the queen bee of our class. We dated for 2 weeks in the beginning of 7th grade. 2 of the longest weeks of my life. Wore light blue every day to match her eyes. Helped watch her volleyball. Now gently lowered it into its bath. Forced me to respond text with emojis only. After that, I gave up on dating in middle school, which, by the way, is just holding hands in the hallway and surveying half of your french fries. The 3 of us head to our homerooms. Anthony and I are in one direction, Joe is in another. Later, dudes. Later, chipmunk. Inside joke. We walk in and see some guys from basketball. The season started last month, but we didn't have games or practice over the break. We're so ready to get back in. And we talk about our upcoming big game at the Valley Bottom Middle. We gotta beat them so we can play at the playoffs. Mr. Frascas blows in a red face from the cold and takes roll. I sneak text Joe a meme of an evil-looking chipmunk in a popcorn bowl and label it Joe. Joe sends me Tyler. I've missed this stupid sneaky school text, but I put my phone away and breathe in the familiar combo of textbooks, floor cleaner, and body spray. Hey, no getting sick before the big game. We need you. Just lay off the yaks. I'm not worried about getting sick, and I'm excited about getting back into practice and stuff. But for some reason, Ethan's words give me a funny feeling. The bell rings. It's not even first period and Ethan is already putting the pressure. He's worse than Coach Girdle. All I want to do is play. Yeah, he's intense, but I get it. I want to crush him too. Let's start by beating Ethan at practice. Maybe that'll shut him up. We laugh and walk into science. Yeah, it feels good to be back. Braces rubber band. Sorry. Emmie. We talked. Tyler and I talked. Literal head in clouds. Meaning after 2 weeks of winter break and no art classes, we're still friends. I haven't seen you look this happy since... ever? Did he say hi or something? Yes, and we talked about butt clouds. Okay. Anyway, I'm so excited to be back. Wow, you must be happy if you're excited to be back here. Where's Sarah? Doesn't she come by to your locker too now? I noticed a little sarcasm. Tone, as my dad calls it. She's sick. I feel bad, especially because we're getting a new art assignment. Well, that's just more time with Tyler. Alone. Shh. We walk to a homeroom where I daydream some more about Tyler. He and I have become sort of friends. It started last month when Brian and I were goofing off at lunch. Let's write love notes to our crushes. The cornier the better. My note got lost and it landed in the worst hands ever. Long story short, Joe humiliated me. Orange is your palette like flames of love. But I still told him off. I still can't believe I did that. Shut up, Joe. I am woman, hear me roar. Or at least shut up, an obnoxious wit. And Tyler told him off too. We started talking about art and never once brought up the note. Maybe he didn't want to embarrass me, or maybe he was embarrassed too. Either way, it broke the ice. And at the same time, I'm Sarah. I know, you're in my history class. I made another friend. I'm startled when the bell rings. To gifted English, to regular science. I realized something. Oh wow, I don't have that nervous squeezy stomach when I walk alone. It feels so good. I want to feel like this all the time. And why shouldn't I? I have more friends now. I stood up for myself. Things have changed. Move, vegan breakfast burrito. Well, some things anyway. Tyler, the day's going fast. I think it's because I'm not practicing my trumpet, or drawing it, to pass time during the blizzard. Plus, our teachers are just getting back into their routines, so they mostly just talked about their breaks and haven't piled on the schoolwork. Yet. Just getting into last period, aka the best one. Art. At first, I feel like I'm walking into the wrong room. Instead of desks put together in a big square like they were before break, they're in regular rows. Miss Laurie sips smelly ginger tea in her usual mug. She motions for us to sit anywhere. I pick a desk near the sink. Emmie walks in and kinda cautiously sits next to me. Where's Sarah? She has a cold. We wait for the rest of the class to show up. Art is in the basement, so it can take a while to get here. Miss Laurie knows this and usually doesn't give tardy slips if someone is a little late. What'd you do during break? Draw anything cool? That's all I did. Wait. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a phone. Ooh, you got a new phone? Oh yeah. I finally convinced my parents for Christmas. It's just my mom's old one, but that's not what I wanted to show you. She scrolls through her phone gallery. I can't help it. I admire the phone. Mine is really old. Well, not flip phone old like Emmie's last one. And I crack the glass. The upper right corner looks like a spider web and splits everything in 20 pieces. She shows me a bunch of new sketches, mainly hand studies, but there's a really good contour drawing. We did those in the fall, of her friend Brianna, and a colored pencil still life of, I can't make it out. What are those? My mom eats really healthy food. That's a pack of multi-seed crackers, goji berries, some kale chips, and a kiwi, I think. I fished it out of the bottom drawer of my fridge. I stare at the picture, including the black dented kiwi, and then I look up at Emmie. Miss Laurie begins the class by clearing her throat. She does this a lot. Probably why she needs the ginger tea. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you all had good breaks. Mr. Bob and I escaped to Clarkston, South California to make some architectural photos. Miss Laurie is the one adult in the building with a preschool teacher's name. She hates being formal. Also, her last name is Squalchinkari. Enough said. Mr. Bob is her husband. They're both photographers. Professional hobby, she calls it. Mr. Bob is a pyrotechist or teddy burst or something by day. Well, time to get back in the swing of things, right? We're going to kick January off with a really fun project. At least I think it's fun. She holds up a bunch of graphic novels, comic books, and manga magazines that are sitting on her desk. Any of you into comics? Comics are a great way to tell a story and express yourself artistically. And that's what we're going to be doing for the next 3 weeks. I'd like you to create your own comic. The room explodes with excitement. There are some rules and non-rules. You can use any medium and material you'd like. It must be 8 to 10 pages, and there's no assigned subject. The sky's the limit. When they're finished, you'll be able to display your stories in the student showcase at the end of the month. I'll award a prize for the best piece. This sounds seriously cool. First, we never get a chance to work on anything for that long. I always feel like I'm rushing to finish every project. December. Didn't have time to turn my Zentel butt clouds into just clouds. Second, a prize. I live for competition. The student showcase is an actual event. It's held on Friday nights and parents are invited. We get to see student stuff on display, like science and history dioramas, art projects, poetry, and short stories. Basically, it's a whole big school spirit thing. But instead of sports, it's actual for academic and arts. You can use the rest of this period to start thinking of ideas. Feel free to borrow my material for inspiration. Have fun! As cool as this sounds, it suddenly hits me that I've never tried making my own comics. Have you ever done anything like this? Sure, I've done a lot of comics. Like what? Well, they're usually about people, friendships, and relationships and stuff. That sounds silly, I guess. Nah, you're really good at drawing people, so it makes sense. Thanks. I like making up stories about them and adding dialogue and stuff. You'd be good at an animal story or something since you like drawing them. Yeah, maybe. I've never done a comic before. I mean, I've read them and I've drawn cartoony things, I guess, but I've never made up a whole story. That's the part that kind of scares me. Emmie gets quiet for a moment. What if we did one together? You mean team up? Yeah, we can write the story together, help each other, maybe illustrate our own chapters and combine them or something. I'd hate to drag her down in case I'm bad at this, but then again, how bad can I be? Emmie's a better artist, but I'm still pretty good. Plus, it would be fun to brainstorm and bounce ideas off each other. That's the stuff I like to do. Teamwork. Okay, let's try. We walk over to Miss Laurie's desk. There's a gajillion art pens, markers, and knickknacks on it. Miss Laurie? She looks up. Would it be okay if Emmie and I did a comic together? Oh, I haven't considered anyone partnering up. She thinks for a bit, concentrating on an elephant figurine wearing an artist's smock. Well, you'd probably have to double the pages, as well as figure out how to collaborate writing and art-wise. You think you can do that? Okay, then you're a team. I high-five Emmie. She just misses my hand. I laugh and we head back to our desks. I hope I did the right thing by partnering it up. I don't always think stuff through. Maybe we can meet up after school sometime to work on this? Yeah, I have practice, but I can probably fit it in. Her excitement is contagious. Yeah, this can work. In fact, this will be fun. Emmie. OMG, I'm partnered with Tyler. OMG. I wish Pi were here so I could scream with her. Okay, get a grip. Focus. So before we figure out how to do the art and writing, do you want to come up with like a general idea? Okay, yeah. We sit and think. It's hard to concentrate. I try a breathing technique. Okay, not working. So I do what comes naturally. Doodling. That does help. I start thinking. Actual thinking. Do you want to do a story that's like realistic, that actually happened, or make something up? Wouldn't it be more fun to make something up? Sure, we could write about school, but make it more interesting. How do you make school interesting? We go back and forth for a while, tossing out ideas. Superheroes, an adventure, space adventure, aliens, humans morphing into animals, human-animal aliens, humans eating Cocoa Puffs. I'm hungry. What about like a fantasy? Monsters, mooses, that stuff? Monsters, zoos, zombies. I like drawing them and reading about them and blowing them up in video games. I'm not into that at all, but I hate to tell him. Maybe we should think some more. I turn to a new page in my sketchbook. My favorite thing is seeing a fresh white sheet of paper, all ready to be covered in drawings and ideas. Fresh white sheet. Suddenly, I have an idea. Something that I think we'd both like. Hold on. I sketch for a bit because I think it'd be more exciting to have an actual image to go along with the idea. That's awesome. He likes my idea. For the second time we high five, this time I don't miss. Tyler. Lunch. It's the day after the comic project announcement. I sit with Anthony, Joe, and a few other 7th graders from the basketball team. The volleyball girls sit near us. We're pretty close to the entrance, which lets us see who's walking in. In Sia's case, this is very important. Eyeing each person one at a time. My older brother Zach used to sit at my table. He's kind of a legend. You think I have trouble filling his shoes, but being friendly and good at sports help. Or maybe the whole popularity thing is generic. Or not. Today is pasta day. That's just a fancy way of saying spaghetti with red sauce and meat bombs. Luckily, I brought my lunch. Joe was eating spaghetti and talking while a meat bomb sharple flies out of his mouth. I spot Emmie and Brianna walking to their usual table. Great. I turn back to my lunch, which I'm no longer hungry for. Usually I've got the appetite of someone 3 times my size. Hi, Tyler. The other guys laugh. Now I'm irritated and not hungry. I resort to a solid reduction strategy. I take a huge bite of my PB&J sandwich and open my mouth to show Joe. That starts a seafood war at the table. It worked. Once the lunch monitor threatens us with detention, we settle down. B-ball later? Yeah, but I'll be a little late. I'm starting an art project. Can't you do that after? No, I'm partnered up, so I've got to meet with... My voice trails off. His girlfriend? He makes kissing noises as I clap my hands over his mouth. Oh crud, what if Emmie hears or worse? Phew. Quickly, I check to see if Emmie and Brianna were listening. Luckily, they're far away and the cafeteria is really loud. Not to mention... Not sure why I care anyway. Ciela always shoots her mouth off. And as for Joe, he cracks jokes. That's his thing. No big deal. My appetite returns, and I scarf down my lunch while we talk about the Valley Bottom game. Coach better start me. Why wouldn't she? Remember, last time I barely had a stupid cold, and she put Ryan Kessler in. He can't even dribble. I could be dead, and I'd still run circles around him. Not starting is the worst. I'd grow a 3rd arm and burst into blue sits if I'm not in the starting lineup. I couldn't face my friends. It'd be stupid not to put you in. Well, you can bet I'm not gonna miss any practice. No way I'm gonna chance it. I'm starting to feel weird about meeting up with Emmie. Maybe Ethan's right. I shouldn't chance it. Even if it's just for half an hour. The comics is pretty cool. But the game is way more important. And it's in 2 weeks. The bell rings. Hey, I don't think I can meet you after school. Oh, okay. I have this important game coming up. It's okay. We still have art class, and I already started some character sketches last night. You did? Yeah, I want to see. She takes out her sketchbooks, which he always has on her. These are so cool. Thanks. I get a lump in my throat. Emmie's sketches are really good, and she already is farther along than me. There won't be enough time to draw and start writing our comics story and art. Also, I just want to work on this. Her drawings are totally motivating. We can win that art prize. You know what? Never mind, I'll be there. Really? Yeah, I won't miss that much practice. It's fine. She looks so happy. Okay, see you later. We separate just as Joe and Anthony come up. What were you guys talking about? That art thing? Their relationship. Your mouth. We head out at the same time as Ciela and her pose. Once again, she looks at me and then at Emmie and grins wickedly. What a catch, did they set the bar too high? Shut it, see? It's one thing for me to say stuff. She gives us an epic eye roll and heads off with her giggling band of followers. The second bell rings, which gets us moving. Joe and I are gonna be late for band. We both played trumpet. Badly. See you at practice, a little late. Ethan's right, don't miss too much. Stakes are high. I won't. And I mean it. Up in the Attic by Emmie Douglas and Tyler Ross. The boy lives in a typical house with typical parents. He does typical things. He hangs out with his friends. He goes to school. He reads comics. But he also paints awesome skateboards. He has an attic hangout with a blanket fort. In it, he reads, paints, draws his own comics, all in private. None of his friends know. That's because he likes having his own space and thoughts away from school and stuff. And that's why underneath the boy isn't so typical after all. You and Tyler are working on that comic book? Oh, yeah. Working, right? My stomach knots up. I hope he's not teasing Tyler too. That's all I need. Sometimes I wonder what Tyler's friends think of us being friends. Why does he hang out with her? They're so opposite. His school and she's... Not that. Heart skipping a beat, or 20. Look, I started drawing my main character. I tried to make him look like me. I gave him a huge freckle. I think my heart just melted. We're making 2 main characters for our stories. One for me, one for him. They'll have their own chapters and switch off. But first, we're gonna write the entire story together. That's what we're doing today. Since we don't have a lot of time, we want to start by writing an outline? Like in Mrs. Wynn's class? Is that a secret English assignment? I'm out. Actually, it's kind of like a GPS or something. How does it get from point A to point B? Something I just make things up as I go along. Sometimes I make an outline. Because we're working together and combining our stuff, we should map it out. Yeah, but still leave some room for surprises. You make it sound way more fun than English class. Let's do it. We start. In between, we talk about other stuff. Our families, how weird my mom's yoga playlist is, how much we look up to our siblings, how doodling helps us think, how he really wants a dog like Anthony's and tried to convince his mom using PowerPoint, how smelly Miss Laurie's tea is. Okay, I kinda like it. How we wish every class could be art class. Except for PE. Gotta keep that. Not me, but I'll take English. I like Mrs. Wynn. Even her words of the week? You'll never forget them, will you? On library card, on hallway monitor, on outside LED sign, on brain for life. Oh wow, it's already after 4. My mom's waiting outside. Oh no, I've gotta go too. I'm really late for practice. That was fun. We're like a good team. I practically die of happiness. 'Cause even though he didn't mean team as in couple, it's still a start. The girl is always alone. She used to have friends, back when she was alive. That was a long time ago. Now she wanders by herself, unless she happens upon a passing spirit. What makes her happy is exploring. Luckily, it's a big world, and there's so much to discover. She loves exploring homes. That's where she watches humans live their lives. She really loves attics. Attics where precious memories are stored. Also memories that people forget about and leave behind. These are the ones that remind the girl of herself. Tyler. I'm sitting on a bed sketching out the comics page and avoiding all my homework when my phone goes off. Hey Dad. Hey Ty. I have a few minutes before I head back to the office, so I thought I'd check in. Zach says you have a big game coming up? Yeah, next Friday. How's the bank shot coming? I can set my clock by this conversation. There's nothing more predictable. Still, I'm glad he called. He's pretty good about calling a lot, like a couple times a week. That's because I don't get to see him much, only during Thanksgiving and spring break. He lives far away in Seattle. We used to visit during summers, but as we got older, Zach and I wanted to stay closer to home for sports camp and friends and stuff. It's not like he has a lot of time for visits anyway. My dad's a big shot lawyer. He has a swatty condo downtown that he shares with his girlfriend, Michelle, another lawyer. She's okay, but it's obvious that she's not crazy about kids. Also, their place is really modern and not family friendly. The only decorations are some bizarre abstract paintings and expensive looking geometrical knickknacks, crystal orbs and cubes. Yelled at me for holding orb. Almost made me drop it, ironically. Dad doesn't visit us much either. He grew up in Seattle and he barely has any ties left here, just a few work friends and us. The one thing we will do when we visit him is shoot hoops. He used to coach rec league. That's how Zach and I got hooked. Too bad Seattle isn't always the best place to play b-ball outside. Make sure you watch your follow through and the rebound. I know. We talk a little more about the game, but I'm starting to get impatient, which is the first. Usually I can talk hoops forever, but I really want to get back to drawing. I'm about to make up an excuse when I hear Michelle in the background. Hey buddy, gotta go. Catch you on the weekend? Sure. Big surprise. I can't remember the last time Michelle didn't interrupt us. You'd think, knowing how my little dad sees us, she'd be okay with our FaceTiming. I swear she butts into everything. Zach and I used to joke that she interrupted our weddings. Excuse me, Father, but I need Tyler's dad to help me with gluten-free appetizers. Shake it off. It could be worse. Michelle's not my favorite person, but as my mom reminds us, she's no evil Disney stepmother. After I hang up, I reach for my sketchbook. That's when a huge rumbling almost makes me drop. It's not an earthquake, though. Time for my 100th snack of the day. I head downstairs and make a beeline for the pantry. My mom is at the table typing at her laptop and wearing her noise-canceling headphones. Well, hello there. When you come up for her, tell me about school. And don't eat too much, I'm making fried rice. Frozen from a bag. I stop to take a breath. Ever since I turned 13, it feels like I can't get enough to eat. Like I need 20 bags of chips for every growing bone in my body. New art project teaming up with friend Emmie. Somehow my mom has a knack for translating snack speak. New art project teaming up, got it. Yeah, it's for the showcase in a couple of weeks. Great, I'll be there with bells on, or at least matching socks. She jokes, but mismatched socks wouldn't be a surprise. My mom's a financial consultant. Outwardly, she's not very put together. Think skirts and sneaks. But inwardly, she's really organized. She has to be. Even though she's busy and tired, she runs this house practically by herself. Okay, back to feasting, but not too much. We're having dinner soon. Actually, I'm going upstairs to draw. Really? It's like when you were little, before you discovered basketball. She's not wrong. As a little kid, all I did was draw, just like Emmie. Getting back into it, it feels like I've never stopped. Mom gives me a little Queen of England wave while I head back upstairs. I can't help noticing she is wearing 2 different socks. I consider knocking on Zach's door to say hi, but he'd probably throw his jar of picks at me. Zach doesn't like to be bothered while he's playing. I take my sketch pad and plop on the bed. An eraser and some stray Skittles fly off. If my mom knew I had snacks up here, she'd kill me. I go back to sketching. I already have 2.5 pages done, which is something. I don't think I've ever been this hooked on a school project. Too bad it's already caused me to be late to practice twice. Once that first day after school with Emmie, and then again yesterday when I realized I've left my sketchbook in the art room and wanted to bring it home. I ended up thinking of a great idea right then and had to get it down before I forgot. Totally lost track of time. Anyway, I promised myself I wouldn't be late again. Ever. Especially if I want to beat Valley Bottom and make point guard in high school like a certain someone. Besides, it's not like this art project is gonna last forever. Dinner. Emmie. Hi. Yeah, you're back. Last night's text. Had really bad flu, so upset I missed art. Yeah, I finally feel okay. I can tell. Cool outfit. Thanks, my mom helped me make it. We used an online pattern. Sarah loves making her own clothes. They're totally unique. She wants to go into fashion someday. I didn't get a chance to tell you, but Tyler and I are partnered for the comic book. OMG, you are? Yeah, it's going great. We talk so much. The Gossip Girls have nothing on me. You're like me, quiet till people get to know you. She's right, but I don't want to be that way. I'm always worried that people will think whatever I say is stupid. I like cheese. Dumbest thing I've ever heard. But that gets so tiring, and thinking I'm stupid is, well, stupid. Still, I wonder how confident kids do it. Kids who, even if they do say dumb stuff, never seem to worry about it. Like him. Whoa, nice kill, lassie. Thanks. He's being sarcastic. I know, but I like to pretend he isn't. It helps. Sometimes I wonder why Tyler's friends with him. Who can figure out, boys? We walk past the restroom and I stop. I'm going to stop here. See you in history? See ya. She looks like a flannel kangaroo. What's with those flat platforms? My mom used to wear those in the 90s. Freak. Suddenly my stomach gets that bad queasy feeling. If they say these things about Sarah, do they also say stuff about me? Tyler. Basketball practice. I'm trying not to miss as much. I did skip a couple days ago when Emmie and I had to brainstorm some stuff for the last pages. Told Coach I had another door disappointment. Yeah, I know, not proud. Luckily, we got a lot done in class today. We're almost halfway through, and we would have done more if we haven't kept getting sidetracked. Talking about Winter and Snotsickles, wondering if she could use Snotsickle in his story. The more we worked, the more we talked, and the more annoyed Miss Laurie got. You're off your game, Ty. Maybe if you didn't miss so much practice. A couple times, that's it. And know who could help? And would make a great assistant coach? Yeah. I don't have to guess who they're talking about. Ty, think he'd come out sometime? Maybe for a day? He barely has time for his own practice. I shoot again. This time, I make it. Everyone on our team worships Zach, especially the 8th graders who remember him when they were 6th grade peons waiting off the bench. Truth is, I'm almost as good. Zach used to play pickup with me at home and taught me a lot of techniques. Yeah, more Zach, fewer distractions. Shut up. I can tell Anthony and the other guys are a little miffed at me. They don't think I'm taking this game seriously enough, which is flat out untrue. It's not that I'm not committed, it's just maybe I'm not as obsessed with it. Malik passes me the ball and I barely score. Anthony high-fives me, but not enthusiastically. He doesn't get peeved often. He's easygoing like me and keeps a lot of stuff inside, also like me. We've both been into basketball ever since I can remember. That's what unites us. Also, we always gone to each other's home after school for pickup. Since we hit 6th grade, we added Joe to our mix, although he's terrible. But he's a great supporter. He comes to all our games and cracks jokes to cheer us up if we play lousy. Could be worse. In fact, you were last week. When we played at my house, Zach, before he got busy, used to join us and teach us stuff, including his famous hook shot. That one's still hit or miss, but I determined to perfect it by high school. Tell Ross, look alive. You could have blocked that shot. Everyone, if we don't improve, we won't be Valley Bottom. And if we don't beat Valley Bottom, we won't go to the playoffs. And if we don't go to the playoffs, I won't get Coach of the Year for the third time in a row. This is important. We fell back into scrimmage. Told you you're zoning. Maybe it's that artsy girl he hangs out with. It's always the girl. We're just friends. That's what we thought about C until you two started wearing matching outfits. They all laugh. I start to get mad. Why do I feel like the butt of everyone's jokes? Good thing Joe isn't here. And how do I convince them that I do take the game seriously and that I'm not distracted by a girl? My anger fuels me and I grab the ball from Anthony's hands, run to a three-point line, and... There, now who's off their game? Anthony gives me a half smile, but he doesn't look convinced. One night in the attic, the boy reads a ghost story. He never believed in ghosts, but for the first time, I wonder if they exist. The story talks about ghost hunting. He remembers tales about the woods near his house. They're so haunted, even the trees get scared. He wants to check it out. So one night, he sneaks off. He doesn't tell his parents or friends. He doesn't want anyone to think he's a weirdo. He tries not to be afraid, but the woods are full of strange noises. And it's hard to tell what's real and what's only in his head. Emmie. I'm in the library for study hall, drawing and people watching. About 2% of the kids are actually studying. The other 90 are goofing off while trying to stay under the radar. One of the gossip girls takes a step further and sends her gossip twin a selfie. Bri walks in to return a book. Hey, you coming over later? It's Friday. Bri and I usually take turns sleeping at each other's houses. It used to be at my house until Bri's dad finished his basement. We set up an old tent, decorated, and now we glam. Sarah joined us once before break. Bri wasn't thrilled, but she pretended to be. She doesn't like Sarah much. I used to think it was because, even compared to us, Sarah's a little on the different side. But now I'm pretty sure it's because she thinks Sarah's a third wheel. I keep hoping Bri will come around. We're a bike, not a trike. Speaking of Sarah... My cheeks get hot. Why does everyone pick on her? Because she's different? Maybe too different? Bryce snaps me out of my thoughts. What's Joe got against her? That's a first. Signs of apocalypse. Locust descending, heavens raining fire, Bryce sticking up for Sarah. He's probably just bored. I don't say what's on my mind. He probably thinks she's an easy target, like me. We watch Maya pull her face into her neck and so tight for a selfie she starts coughing. Maybe I should have skipped a grade when I had the chance. Text later? Yup. She leaves and I start drawing again. Sometimes I worry that Tyler will come to his senses and stop being friends with me. It's not like I fitted to him, with him. Joe and the rest of the crowd. In fact, I only have 2 other friends, and they're not exactly cool either. Which makes me worry about something else. What if 2 outcasts hanging out with each other equal one big target? The girl is not like the others. She thinks humans are, well, cool. I miss ice cream. Fascinating. The others think humans are simple and boring. The sillier ones like to frighten them. They don't realize they're making a bad name for themselves. Ghosts are scary. Ghosts are mean. The girl tries to ignore the others and do her own thing. She keeps exploring human homes and attics. Until one night when something interesting catches her eye. So she investigates. And discovers someone else investigating too. Tyler. I come home to a familiar sound. It's like unusually warm out, almost 50 degrees. I only know that because our science teacher, Mr. Danker, gives us updates every 20 minutes. Even though it's second week of January, all the snow has melted and the sun's out. That's one way to be fooled into thinking it's spring. The other, guys in shorts. No practice today, so I've stayed at school a little late to work on the comic book. Emmy had a dentist appointment, so it was just me, emo girl, and 2 kids from manga club. On my way out, I almost bumped into Ciela, who just had volleyball practice. Your new business is really taking off, Ty. Huh? My friends and I were just mentioning your charity business, taking on a mousy girl like Emmie to help her coolness. So noble. If you need a team for her glow up, call me. I didn't say anything. I was too mad. I shoved past her and knew the perfect comeback would probably hit me in the middle of the night. Your soul needs a glow up. Stuff like this have been going on ever since Emmie and I teamed up for the comic book. It's making me really, Zach and his 2 best friends, Jonathan and Ellie, are playing pickup in our driveway. I wish I could join them to blow up some steam, but I have homework to do. Also, they probably don't want a 7th grader invading their turf. They're cool guys, though. Ellie reminds me of Anthony, super chill. Jonathan is all high energy. He's a small forward like Lakefront High. Ellie is a shooting guard. And Zach, of course, is a point guard. An unofficial leader. Even as a sophomore, he earned it. That's my goal for high school, too. Malik is our point guard, but not for long. Also, I promised myself to step it up. After today, I'm going to give it all at practice. Get back to the Y this week. And beat Valley Bottom. Cross my heart and hope to stick the perfect hook shot. The guys take a break as I approach. Hey, Runt. He's just joking about the nickname, but I cringe anyway. Being popular in middle school means nothing to high schoolers. I'll always be the little baby brother. Jonathan wipes his forehead with the hem of his t-shirt, and Zuck chugs Gatorade, which my mom calls sugar soup. You had practice? You look like you didn't break a sweat. Not today, I was working on a project. Coach Jeff won't start you up if you don't keep it up. I know. I'm a little testy when I say that. Zach knows my b-ball goals. It would be nice if he actually helped me with them. Maybe Jonathan thinking the same thing. How about a 2-on-2 with the Runt? Sounds good to me. Ty? I have so much homework and I should do it now so I can finally play Fortnite with Anthony later, but I can't resist. Playing with a good high schooler is next level awesome. Okay. I team up with Zach, who's the best player, so it's even. We play for about 15 minutes when... Oh man, it's swollen. Zach runs inside to get some ice while I sit on the cement and think of the worst. There's no way I'm gonna play in the game now. Zach comes back with the ice and I keep it on my ankle. The guys give me a pep talk saying they've done the same kind of thing. But I'm miserable. I can't believe I hurt myself. I tell my mom what happened and she and Zach walk me inside. I sit on the couch, depressed. It should be okay, honey. It looks pretty minor. Ice, elevate, and you'll be okay for the game. Between me and Zach, she has seen enough sports injuries to know. But I would skip practice for a day or 2. I groan. Coach will not be happy. Want me to stay? No, it's okay. I've got to do homework anyway. He messes my hair and heads back out. He's being extra nice. Maybe I should injure myself more often. My mom hovers for a while, concerned, but my uncle is starting to feel better. It's okay, you can go, I'm fine. You sure, honey? I can make you something. I was thinking about some comfort food tonight, lasagna. The only thing scarier is than my mom making a boxed or bagged dinners is her attempt at making meals from scratch. That's okay, maybe a sandwich later? Zach and I got used to making our meals whenever she worked late. Zach makes the world's best panini, and I nailed spaghetti della Thai. The window faces the front yard. I hear Zach and his friends playing again. They're sophomores and don't go to prom or anything, but they have dances and stuff. Zach, Ellie, and Jonathan are all part of the Sweet Six. which is a 10th grade version of homecoming court. 6 guys and 6 girls. The name is gag-worthy, but it's such a huge deal that the guys don't mind. Or they put up with it. Reminds me of what I could be, me and my friends, all of us with our dorky crowns waving from the stage. Sometimes it's hard being related to Zach. It feels like there's a lot to live up to, especially when your older brother is, well, reigning prince of Lakefront High to be king in 2 years. My phone goes off. Hey loser, my mom's taking me to Stacy's. Wanna come? Can't, homework. I don't tell Joe about my ankle. For some reason, I don't want it to get back to Anthony. A liar, you're playing hoops. Nah, that's Zach and his friends. I joined them earlier, even though my runt. Glad I'm not the only butt of the jokes. Actually, Joe's a lot shorter than me. He used to be picked on for being so little. Back in elementary school, he started deflecting with jokes. Making fun of himself more than anyone else could. Yeah, I'm small. That's why you don't want to fight me. I can hit below the belt. Then he started deflecting by making fun of others. I may be short, but at least when I look in the mirror, my reflection doesn't throw up. Not the most mature thing to do, but it was one way to get the kids to stop picking on him. He also got a reputation for being a clown, which won him some friends like us, and predictably some enemies. Nice dance moves for a jellyfish. Joe can be kind of polarizing, but if there's one thing he is, it's loyal, proven by an incident at the beginning of 6th grade. There was this mangy cat that used to roam around the field behind our school. She liked to hunt and leave behind dead rodents and birds. One day, Joe, Anthony, and I decided it would be funny if we left one of her presents at our most hated teacher's desk, Mr. Demoncelli. He was awful, gave us mean nicknames. Mine was Fang for my single tooth before braces, and made us stand up if he called on us in class. Anyway, he was not amused by the rotten chipmunk we left in a shoebox on his desk chair, which he almost sat on. He was sure it was 'cause, well, we weren't exactly angels. First, he made Joe go to the principal. Anthony and I knew we were next, but Joe took the heat. Nah, it was just me. The others would never think of anything so hilarious. Anthony and I were so impressed and relieved. We made it up for bringing Joe treats for detention. He especially loved my mom's rainbow jello squares. So that's why we hang with Joe despite his big mouth. He stick up with us through thick, thin, and dead rodents. Anyway, Anthony said you've been slacking on the court. At that, my temper flares. Anthony's full of it. Look, I gotta go. Last chance, my mom said unlimited toppings. She feels bad that I blew the science test. You get treats for failing? Sometimes I think Joe gets away with everything. Even after the rodent thing, he joked his way out of extra week of detention. Yeah, hey, you mad? I am, but not at him. Nah, later, chipmunk. I hang up and fume. It's one thing for Anthony to get in my face, but now he's saying things behind my back. I grab my phone again. Can't come tonight, got homework. Tomorrow? Maybe. I put my phone down. I'm so mad. I can't even do homework. Instead, I reach into my backpack and pull out my sketchbook. I pick up where I left off in my story. I don't even glance at the outline or anything. I have most of it memorized anyway. I draw and draw until I lose track of time. I even forgot about my ankle. And I realize this is the only thing that makes me feel better. Emmie. Restroom break. She's so extra. I know, last time there was some kind of snake on her chest. I think it was supposed to be a flower stem, but still, look, I took a picture of it. I peek out. I look closer. I freeze, but it's too late. Oh, sorry. I don't know what to say, so I go to wash my hands. Listen, I know she's your friend, but the butt makes me flinch. Nothing good comes after butt. Shh, let's go. Grace throws me a weird look. Guilt, maybe. Or pity. They leave in a hurry. I hear them outside the door. Busted. By Tyler's downgrade. My stomach drops. Downgrade? Is that what I think it means? If so, then everyone thinks I'm his girlfriend. And I'm not good enough for him. Tyler. It's been 3 days since I twisted my ankle. My mom was right. It feels fine now. I was lucky, but I had to miss practice the last 2 days. Coach wasn't pleased, but she understood. These things happen. In art class, Emmie was acting kind of weird. She's hiding her face and is super quiet, even for her. Then again, I've been pretty quiet too. You staying after school? No, got practice. Oh. Silence again, while we get back to the book. We're each working a little differently. Emmie sketching all her pages first, then inking them, then adding color. I'm doing all the sketching, inking, and coloring as I go. We're both doing a good job of sticking to the script, although sometimes we'll ask each other if we can make small changes here and there. It's a good system. It reminds me of basketball. You have to work as a team, otherwise it falls apart. Strategies are mapped out, and if we follow them, it usually goes our way. If we deviate, it can go either way. Today I'm deviating. I'm kind of rushing this page. I have a couple of ideas for the ending. Well, our game is Friday night and I want to be in top form. Oh, I understand. I feel bad. It's not Emmie's fault I injured myself and got behind. After laying off my ankle, I had to get back into it. The weather stayed warmish, and I was able to play in the driveway yesterday. Luckily, I was sinking more balls than missing. Zach even joined me once. It didn't last long, though. I looked down at my paper. Rush drawings. Looks like a first grader took over. I growl, grumble the page, and toss it in the trash. Miss Lori comes over. How's it going, Tyler? I messed up. Anything I can help with? Miss Lori has been checking our work as we go. No, I'm okay. Just have to slow down. Take your time. You're doing fine on time. I am, but I'm always trying to keep up with Emmie. I know I should slow down. I work a lot better when I do. Some kids are fast and good. I'm slow and good. And I like a lot of details. And I really, really like working on this. I guess I'm just upset about missing practice. I want to win the game, and I want to win the art prize. Without realizing I'm doing it, I put my head on my hands and sigh. I look up and Emmie's looking right back at me curiously, but I'm not in the mood to be watched. Stop staring. She immediately turns away, but I can see she's getting red and tears are forming. I hate when girls cry. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of frustrated. Not at you. I can stay tomorrow. Oh, that's okay, the game is more important. I think for a moment. You want to come over Saturday? We can work on it then. Her eyes get really wide, happy wide, just like I offered her Athenius. To your house? Sure, I'm practicing in the morning, but maybe after? Okay. I hold up my palm and she high-fives it. Good, doing this at my house means getting more done. In private, away from other people who make comments. Told you you're zoning. Maybe it's that artsy girl he hangs out with. It's always a girl. If you need a team for glow up, call me. Hi, Tyler. Yeah, privacy is what we need. The thought of it already makes me feel better. The boy is a little freaked out. Maybe he shouldn't have come alone. But he swallows his fear. After all, he had a job to do. He walks deeper into the woods. Suddenly, something catches his eye, just for a second. He's not sure what he sees. He just points his phone camera and clicks. When he lowers it, nothing's there. But he realizes all the woodsy noises are gone. When they return, the boy thinks it's all in his imagination. Maybe this was a stupid idea. The boy leaves, not realizing he's being followed. Emmie. I'm going to Tyler's house. Bri, I need your help. An hour later, we're in my room. It's okay. I need new clothes. You should let Sarah make you something. I can't tell if she's sarcastic. What's with you guys anyway? We're fine. No, you're not. You're avoiding her. I didn't tell Bri about the girls in the bathroom, but she's right. I've been avoiding Sarah ever since. Yesterday? Hi, I had a makeup test and took the later lunch. Can I eat with you guys? Okay. I mean, sure. Thanks. So what are you guys talking about? ASMR? Which lunch foods sound the best when you chew? Oh, I love that. Definitely cucumbers. If they didn't notice her before, they will now. Apples too, and celery. Anything crunchy, nothing mushy. Yeah, the school fries wouldn't qualify. I say nothing. What's your favorite, Emmie? I dunno. I like popcorn. That's always satisfying. Me too. Actually, soft mango would work. Mushy yuck. After lunch? What was that? What? At lunch, you were being weird. I'm just not feeling well. Right. Now, still waiting for an explanation. I've just got a lot on my mind. Tyler, comic book stuff, school. She doesn't press it. I'm sure she's happy I'm avoiding Sarah. So how am I gonna look by Saturday? You see him every day. Why is Saturday so special? It's at his house. What if Anthony invited you to his house? Point taken. This is where my plan comes in. If I want to be cool enough for Tyler and earn his friend's respect, I've got to do two things. 1, ditch Sarah. 2, look better. I'm already working on number 1. And number 2, well, that's why Bry's here. I don't want to be a downgrade. I think this is stupid. You look fine the way you are. But I have an idea. The girl sees him. She's not sure what he's gonna do, but she's curious. He goes deeper into the woods. Some others spot him too, but she shoos them away. It looks like he's searching for something. Could it be? The girl had never seen a human look for those like her. Usually they were too scared. Or didn't believe. The human boy leaves. She follows. And decides to see what he'll do next. Tyler. Having the usual post-dinner FaceTime call with my dad. You ready for the game? Sure. How's your bank shot? Improving? Uh-huh. Think you can give me more than one-word answers? He's trying to keep it light, but I'm not in the mood. I've got other stuff going on besides basketball. Oh yeah? Like what? Grades okay? I know you're having trouble in English. Yeah, no, like, why am I bothering? All he cares about is sports and grades. He never says anything about art, and he knows I'm into that too. Nothing. Grades are fine. Then what? Michelle pokes her head into the screen, right where the cracks are. Hi, Ty. Sorry to bother, but I need your dad. Somebody's gonna walk Petey, and I have to cook. A cat. They walk a cat. Michelle is one of those people who speaks entirely in exclamation points. Doesn't matter if she's happy, angry, or confused. Okay, gotta go. Bye, son. Click, record time. 6 minutes until she napped him. Barely a second later, I get another FaceTime call. Dude, come over, Fortnite Marathon. Joe needs you to watch me kick both your butts. About the Anthony thing, I'm trying to let it go. I can't. Science quiz. Do you guys study? Did already. Quiz? I laugh, and I'm about to hang up when... Told ya. What is that supposed to mean? It means that you're blowing us off again. And it's probably not for science. It's probably for... Stop it, man. I really have to study. With Quiet Girl? Is she really your girlfriend, Ty? Are you not telling us? No. Well, she might as well be. You're with her all the time. Actually, I haven't met her at school in a while. I've been at practice with him. I don't tell them she's coming over Saturday. Whatever. Go study, nerd. The only thing I'm gonna pass is this next level. With that, Phineas sticks his face in front of the camera and licks it, his giant tongue taking over the screen. They hung up and I flop back on my bed and stare at the ceiling. Definitely not in the mood to study now. So my friends think I'm blowing them off and losing my edge. I'm not. Am I? And they think Emmie's my girlfriend. Come on. Can I be friends with a girl? What's wrong with that? Anthony is stay with Jamie. Everyone just stopped. They're thinking they were a couple. 'Cause they've been friends forever. Emmie's only been my friend for a couple of months. Also, she's not, well, like Jamie or the others. Sometimes I wish that Emmie wasn't so different or something. Quiet, artsy, then maybe people wouldn't make such a big deal of us hanging out. I know it's not her fault, but I can't help feeling annoyed. Enough. I sit up, gotta forget all of this and get a snack. I heave myself off the bed, making more secret Skittles fly off. I almost bump into Zach coming out of his room. Hey, Runt. I groan. Not that again. Don't call me that. Okay, what's with you? Nothing. Zach shrugs and I start heading downstairs. Hey, Z? He looks up. Does Dad ever talk to you about anything other than, I don't know, basketball? Rarely, unless it's about college or if I have a girlfriend. There's no way I'll tell him about Ariana. I don't need the third degree. No, I mean, has he ever asked you about, like, other interests? Guitar, sometimes. But he usually forgets because it's not something he's interested in. No big deal. I nod. I gotta go. I gotta go. Ellie's picking me up. Okay, I see. I changed my mind about the snack. Miracles. Moses parts the sea, statues weep. I'm no longer hungry. Here's one more miracle. B-ball isn't the only thing that matters to me anymore. Emmie. I'm on my way to science when... Emmie! Lassie! The kilt is back. Jigs are Irish, not Scottish. They're Scottish too. I know because my mom's Scottish. Where do you think I got these sick moves? I duck into class. I'm wearing my sister's latest cast-offs. New hairstyle, forbidden makeup, trendy shirt and skirt. Yup, I'm freezing. Super tall shoes. Everyone's staring at me. Why'd I do this? I feel stupid and obvious. Mr. Danker comes in and gives his usual weather forecast. As soon as the period is over, I gotta go to my locker and grab my comfier gym shoes. Emmie? Oh, hi. Wanna come over after school? We can do homework or our comics. Oh, I'm kinda busy. Maybe another time? Okay. She starts to walk away. Did I, do something wrong? No, why? You seem a little mad at me. Nah, just busy. Okay, well, see you in history? Yup. For a second, I feel something almost like betrayal. Brad's not supposed to talk to her or even like her. Why now, when I want her out of my life? I put on my gym shoes and head to the, PE. Why is everything so complicated? In elementary school, friendships were simple. Even crushes were simple. I kind of miss that. But mostly I miss feeling in control. Tyler. History class. Is that a ringtone? Whose phone is that? No phone is allowed. Turn that off. Turn it off or detention for everyone. I think it's yours. Oops, as we were. Everyone laughs. First time Mr. Moscow ever broke out of his monotone. The bell rings. Soon they get dirty looks and One hall monitor's glare to straighten up and attempt to walk like regular human beings. How's your bang shot? Been practicing? You sound like my dad. What do you want me to sound like? Tonight's the game. I tried to stay... What's that word? That word Emmie says her mom uses a lot. Zen. Yeah, I've been trying to hold my zen in for a while now. Fine, yeah, I've been working on it. Zach even helped me yesterday. That's a lie. It's a sign of the apocalypse. That makes me laugh, in a depressing way. Truth is, I'm kinda nervous for tonight, and Anthony's harping about the game isn't helping. Normally when I'm nervous for a game, it's the good kind of nervous. But today, it feels like there are worms crawling around in my gut. Miss Laurie appears in the hall, on her way to the teacher's lounge. It's always weird seeing teachers out of their rooms, even weirder to see them in the wild. Hey, Miss Laurie. Joe and Anthony snicker at her preschool name. I shove them. Hi, Tyler. I meant to tell you, I like the fun little details in your last chapter. That owl? Thanks. I was gonna use a bat, but I like drawing owls. Well, I'm impressed by your progress. Emmie's too. You're great together. Joe and Anthony snort. Yeah, see you in class. You and Quiet Girl engaged now? I shove him again. And of course, right at the moment. Hi, Tyler. Hey. Joe and Anthony burst into laughter. Emmie gets all red and looks confused. She ducks into math so fast you think she'd actually like the class. Coach Drill walks by. She sees me and stops. And hesitates. Tyler, do you have a moment? I have a couple of minutes before class starts. The guys give me a questioning look and walk into the room. Coach and I stand in the hallway a little further from the door. I feel a weird sense of dread. Tyler, I don't know how to say this. I'm afraid you're gonna have to sit out tonight. At first, this doesn't register. Then it hits. What? I'm sorry, but between your injury and some missed practices, you've been, well, pardon the pun, but off your game. It's just one night. Hopefully you'll be in the next. Hopefully? No, I have to play. I can't miss the most important game before playoffs. Coach, no, give me a chance. I've been practicing at home. I'm back on track, I swear. She doesn't say anything, but I can see she's thinking it over. Please don't bench me, I've gotta play. I give her the saddest, most pleading look that I save for my mom whenever I mess up at home. Coach fires back her sternest look, but then her eyes get all soft. I'll think about it. I'll let you know before the end of the day. I walk into class and sit down, feeling like my brain ran a marathon. What was that about? I can't tell him. I just can't. Nothing. Just a pep talk. Mrs. Dychell arrives at that moment. We all get started. Hey class, you know what's lit? Exponential equations. My wormy gut lurches. This day is turning into a roller coaster. The boy lies in his fort and looks through his photos. He finds nothing. Discouraged, he deletes all the pictures and tosses his spooky comic book outside. He's tired from ghost hunting. He goes to bed. He's not sure why he's so disappointed. After all, he never believed in ghosts. But maybe he likes the thought of knowing there's something more out there. And now he regrets deleting all those photos. Emmie. Basketball game night. One day before I go to Tyler's. But first things first. How do I look? Nice. You're sure concerned with looks lately. I'm just trying to... It's fine, I get it. But you owe me for dragging me to this game. Thanks again. At least Tyler is into marathon chess or naked fencing or something. This I can handle. I laugh. Truth is, I'm probably going to see Tyler play, and probably because this is what the cooler kids do. Go to games. All part of the plan to fit in. I don't think I'm dragging you since Anthony plays too. Nuh-uh. I never wanted to sit in the stands with all their friends. Still don't. But I will. Thanks, B. I do owe you. You can buy me a greasy hot dog. I look down and inspect myself. First basketball game, new me. Maybe Tyler will even notice me as more than a friend. So why isn't Sarah coming? I dunno, I just wanted... it to be us. Really? 'Cause until now, you've been trying to include her in everything. I fake a smile, even though it hurts my face. Tonight, you don't have to worry about that. It's just about us BFFs. Well, actually, I've been getting to know her a little. Talking in the halls and stuff. I've gotta admit, she's really sweet. Not that dorky sweet, but cool sweet. I say nothing. I thought maybe you've been ignoring her because of me, because I wasn't, welcoming or something. No. Well, I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna be nicer to her. Not just for you, but because I'm starting to like her, Em. Okay, I don't want to talk about Sarah right now. Bryce stares hard at me, but she lets it go. Okay. Ready? As I'll ever be. Dad, time to go? Okay, glad you're finally interested in sports. Right. I take a deep breath, trying not to put all the guilty thoughts behind me. The girl has followed the boy home. She finds his attic fort. She reads his books. She pokes through his art supplies. She admires his skateboards. She plays his games. She reads the comics he created. She never seen such an interesting place. She wants to stay, but she knows he'll be back soon. She doesn't want to frighten him, so she leaves. Tyler. All eyes are on me. But I'm not nervous anymore. And even though I just missed the last free throw, I'm super focused. I can make this one. Ready. Aim. Shoot. I hear the groans and boos. Molly gives me a reassuring pat on the back as we settle into our positions. I'm so upset. I can't see straight. We're behind by 2 freaking points. 2 points I could have won back. And it's not just those I missed. All night my shooting's been erratic. I look at Coach Drill. She nods grimly at me. She took a huge chance when she finally agreed to let me play. Okay, Tyler, you're in. We've got to make it up to her. Luckily, in the last quarter, we catch up. Ethan and Anthony score 6 points. Valley Bottom also gets 6. And finally, yes! Ross the boss is back! 20 seconds later, the buzzer sounds. We won. Barely. Everyone's excited by the last-minute win. Coach Earl even yells out a whoop. So does my mom, who's sitting in the first row of the bleachers. But I'm shook. If this all over the place playing keeps up, I'm never going to make it to point guard. I'll be lucky if Coach keeps starting me up the rest of the season. If Zach were here, he'd be shaking his head. I'm glad he's not. He has late practice at the high school. I tried to look on the bright side. We did win. And I made the winning shot. At least it was exciting. And now we go to the playoffs. This game had me chomping on my fingernails. I haven't done that since I was 6. Nice one, Ty. Thanks. Hey man, at least you saved it in the end. Was that a compliment? I think you got lucky. Maybe it wasn't luck. Maybe you should have set this one out. What? Your playing was totally random. Not your fault you got injured, but still, you know how big this game was. Maybe you should back off. We glare at each other and I feel this close to popping him, but I see Coach Earl eyeing us to go shake hands with the other team. So we separate, Anthony and I giving each other the stink eye. I don't believe this. Anthony and I haven't argued since 5th grade, when he copied my science worksheet, including all the wrong answers, and one specific one we had to name a star after us. We both got in trouble. I tried to find my inner zen again. We shake the other team's hands and head towards their locker room near the stands. That's when I see Emmie and Brianna a few benches up. It's not hard to spot them. Middle school games are always half full at best. Uh-oh. Hey Ty, your #1 fan. Or his girlfriend / not girlfriend. Shut up! I know Tyler Ross would never say something like that because Tyler Ross knows better. Great. On top of anything, I got in trouble. And third person. Coach, I stopped. There's no way I'm gonna rant my friends out. Sorry. She nods and goes to talk to the other coach while we walk into the locker room. Some of the guys are smirking at me while checking out Emmie. Who's looking at them and me confused, or embarrassed, or both? But I don't care. I'm so tired of the teasing and trash talk. Even if it's just joking, it's no longer funny. I don't wave back. Emmie. I'm starting to feel sorry I came. Hey, choir girl and friend, where's your other friend? Play glass? She should make us school uniforms. We immediately move away. So obnoxious. We watch Tyler shoot and miss. Joe teases me that Tyler's my BF. I wish that were true, but it's not. But I'm worried that he's teasing Tyler too. He'll scare him away. No one listens to Joe M. He's a little slug. Bryce's eyes light up at Anthony dribbles the ball across the court and scores. What are we doing here? It's fun watching these two, but this isn't our thing. And it's not even that crowded, mostly families and a bunch of their friends. Ethan scores a shot. Sorry, I thought there'd be more people. You're forgiven. Maybe Bry's right. Maybe coming was a mistake. But then... what should I do? Smile? Wave? I realize my hand is still in the air. I put it down. And Tyler? Tyler. Just got home from the game. Usually I'd go to Tasty's for a hot chocolate afterward, always after a win. But I wasn't in the mood. Instead, I'm curled up under my mom's favorite old shepherd blanket watching TV. My phone goes off. Open Snapgap, and it wasn't me. I opened the app. I barely have to scroll to see that a dozen kids posted the same meme. When your ex has a glow down. I go cold. Who did this? I text that to Joe. Donna, I'm finding out. This isn't happening. This has to be CL and her friends. No one else I know would do this. I wait for about 2 years until Joe texts back. I use all my willpower not to open Snapgap. Not C. Grace said she dropped phone in toilet. C not happy. Also wasn't anyone they know. Not sure if I believe that. I just hope Emmie didn't see. My phone vibrates. I check my text, expecting to see something from Joe or Anthony, who I'm still mad at. Do you still want to meet tomorrow? I freeze. Does she know? Guess not. I don't respond. My mom is all jumbled up. And I can't think about tomorrow or anything else until I find out who posted that meme. Except, your plane was totally random. Hey Ty, your #1 fan. You and choir girl engaged now? My face gets all hot again. Sorry bro, still don't know. I can't think. That stupid meme. The worst part is, after seeing it, I don't know if I can even look at Emmie again. The next morning? What a mess. I don't remember leaving all the stuff out. Wait, did I? I was pretty tired and it was dark. Maybe I accidentally locked my things over? Or maybe... The boy goes to school. He thinks about the attic all day. B's learning about Latin roots. When he gets home, he sets up an experiment. Then he leaves everything alone that night and goes to sleep. Emmie. Saturday morning. Hey, sorry, Cammy, forgot I had a thing with my mom. Also, maybe we should just do our own comics? They work by themselves. Later. Tyler. It was Ethan and Malik, being dumb, playing a stupid joke. They weren't trying to be malicious, but they were. Joe got it out of them. They apologized and deleted a meme, but not before half the school saw it or shared it. I don't know if Emmie saw it. I really hope not. I feel bad about blowing her off in those texts, but there's no way I can face her. Still, I guess I could have handled it better. I think about doing something distracting. Homework, drawing my comic, playing Fortnite, practicing my trumpet, getting a snack or 5, listening to music, or going on Snapgap. I do nothing. I just sit here and feel bad. I finally decide to go down to the kitchen. Hey, what you doing? Just texting Ariana. Oops, sorry, she changed it. Wants to be more sporty or something. Anyway, picking her up soon. This is one of the few times in months that Zach said more than a couple words to me. Well, later. So much for that. He's beginning to head downstairs, but I suddenly have something to ask. And he's in good mood, so... Hey, Z, you have a minute? Just a few, what's up? I think about how to phrase this. Say you have this friend, and she's nice and all, but she's not really cool, you know? Okay. Well, say all your friends kind of tease her about it, calling her your girlfriend and stuff. And it gets, too much, way too much. And say you kind of think it's not worth to stay friends with her because of all that. So, how would you do it? Do what? End the friendship? Why would I do that? Well, say Ellie and Jonathan thought she was too dorky or something and hazed you about it. Wouldn't you do it if they were just looking out for you? Zach just stares at me. Okay, first, I'm not friends with those guys to be cool. We're friends because we've been tight since 6th grade. And second, if they didn't want me to be friends with someone, I'll tell them off. If they didn't listen, I wouldn't hang out with them anymore. Even though we've been friends with them the longest? Look, I don't know who this girl is, but if she's fun and nice and you like hanging out with her, then your friends should be good with that, right? Otherwise, they're not real friends. Middle school. He starts to leave but stops. Guitar. What? I just thought about what you asked me a couple days ago, whether Dad asked me about other interests. I said sometimes guitar, but really he hardly ever asks me or remembers that I'm starting a band. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is don't let him make you think all that's important is basketball or being the best at everything, like with grades and stuff. Oh yeah, and coolest in middle school doesn't matter in high school. If you want to be friends with this girl, then do it. Who cares about everyone else? He heads downstairs, and I'm left staring at him. This is the first time I realize that Zach's popularity isn't because of status. It's because he has something that I kind of lost. Confidence. Emmie. Recap. Hey, sorry, I can't meet. I forgot I had a thing with my mom. Also, maybe we should just do our own comics. They work by themselves. I feel like I got stabbed in the chest. I thought of a million questions and things I wanted to text back. Why? Is it because of your friends? Because I'm not cool enough? You're a jerk. But I froze. All I could type was K. I'm so stupid. I should have known, especially after what happened at the game. It hits me now, all of it. His friends think I'm a loser, and now he does too. He's a jerk. Forget crushes. You shouldn't even be friends with him. He's a coward not to stick up for you, especially for that meme. What meme? Pause. Wasn't that what you were calling about? My stomach drops. What meme? I hang up with Brian and open Snapcap. It takes a couple scrolls, but I see it. I sit and cry for a long time. Call me. Whoever first posted it took it down. So did most others. Maybe felt bad. Call me. Here's the weird thing. The worst part isn't what I said about me bad enough. It's that it reminds me of what I've been doing to Sarah. I scrolled her text that I've ignored. Sure you're not mad at me? Sure? I know you don't want to talk to me for some reason, but why? And the latest from last night. OMG, I just saw that meme. You okay? I'm the worst person in the world, and now I'm getting payback. In the form of karma. After a while, I stop crying. And I think for a bit. You know what to do? It is decidedly so. Maybe I can't force Tyler and his friends to look at me as I am. But maybe it's not too late for this. Oh, hey. Tyler. Monday morning. Hey. Whoa, what's with those? Snow was blowing my eyes, so I grabbed them out of the front closet. I laugh, even though I feel like garbage. Hey man, I feel sorry about that, Thanks. Can we forget about all the stuff I said at the game? Sure, but you were right. About what? I probably should have said at the game. I didn't tell you, but Coach wanted me to. I talked her out of it. It's okay. I probably would have done the same. Yeah, not right, but yeah. We'll leave it at that. One good thing about both Anthony and me, we don't hold grudges. Ever. I see Emmie walking to the restroom and I look away. Is she okay? That meme was pretty brutal. I dunno. Maybe you should talk to her. I kinda blew her off after everything happened. Why? She didn't do anything. Aren't you glad? You didn't like missing practice and messing up because of her. That wasn't about her, that was about you. I don't have anything against Emmie. I don't even know her. I stop. It's true. Anthony never said anything bad about her. You're right. As usual. I sock him on the arm jointly. It feels good that we're okay again, but it isn't enough. I know what I need to do. Next morning. Not only does the boy now believe in ghosts, he believes in ghost snobs. He needs to tell someone, anyone, so he tells his friends. His friends don't believe him. He knows his parents won't either. He's all alone. But actually, he isn't. Emmie. Hey, quiet girl. Another note for Tyler? Want me to give it to him? That's when I realized the meme. He made it. It must have been him. He teases me all the time about Tyler. I'm just a big joke to him. No. Actually, it's a picture of you. Wanna see? Huh? I'm saving it for the showcase. It's very realistic. You as a baby in your birthday suit, screaming for attention. I head to a homeroom, everyone whispering around me. I don't care. I don't even look for Tyler. After all, Joe is his friend. They can have each other. The girl tries to stay away, but the attic is too interesting. She only goes when the boy is gone. She doesn't want to frighten him. And she loves to take her time. Reading, playing, and creating. The others think she's wasting time when she could be haunting houses, spooking cemeteries, and scaring people. But she doesn't care. She feels at home. Tyler. Whoa, Emmie did something really un-Emmie-like. Did you see that? Most of 7th grade saw it. Look, dude, you didn't deserve that, but you should really lay off the joke sometimes. She probably thought you were the one that made that meme. Of course she thought that. Joe likes to tease her, probably because she's quiet and he loves to get a reaction. He does the same thing with Sarah. She's not as quiet, but he's even worse with her. I've seen it. The late bell rings. We hustle to get to homeroom. Hey, I caught the Emmie girl on video. Epic, wanna see? Don't put it on Snapgab. No way, I'm too mature for that. As I walk into homeroom, something dawns on me. Nah. Emmie. Before lunch, I look for Sarah. Hi, I wanted to give you this. I know I apologize on the phone, but this is more me. Oh, I love it. Very Frida Kahlo. You and Brian are my real friends. I don't need anyone else. What about Tyler? I don't know. We're not even working on the comic book anymore. No? He told me he doesn't want to, and I don't think I do either. I've gotta go. Text later? Sure. Maybe we can hang out. You, me, and Bri. I think she likes me now. I think you're right. Speaking of Bri, I'm late to meet her for lunch. Hey, can I talk to you? Tyler. Emmie stands there, staring at me like I'm a cross between garbage and slug. It's the first time she looked at me this way. Usually it's smiling eyes too. I reach into my backpack and pull out a thick folder. What's that? My comic. It's almost done. Except some idiot wanted me to finish it by myself, and I realized that that was the worst suggestion ever. Especially because I have the chance to work with the best artists in the school. I hand her the folder and she takes it silently. Is that like an apology? Yeah, I'm sorry I was a jerk and sent those texts. Emmie still doesn't say anything, but she opens the folder and starts flipping through my drawings. I'm suddenly nervous, because I worked really hard on the last batch. I spent all day Sunday finishing them. I hold my breath. For a long time. They're really good. I release my breath. Yeah? Yeah, I like the detail in the attic and the cross hatching here. Thanks, I think I spent an hour on just that section. And you drew more bug clouds here. I smile and she smiles. Just a little. I know we have to talk about something else. Something I really don't want to talk about. Listen, that meme? She goes full on flaming Cheetos. I think I do too. I say it quickly. It wasn't Joe. At first, Emmie looks confused, like she's trying to solve the world's hardest math problem. Joe plus something Joe would do equals not Joe? Does not compute. Then who? Just some idiots on my team. I told them off. Told off Joe too, for other stuff. Emmie doesn't say anything. And it's not true, by the way. What's not? That you're, what that stupid meme said. Emmie. Sorry. Sorry for real. Huh? For getting on your case and stuff. I don't mean anything. I take this in. I guess I believe it. Joe is obnoxious, but I don't think he's actually mean. I'm sorry too. I know you didn't post that meme. Yeah, okay. Okay. A few minutes later, you have a private Snapchat message from SnapPal. When you're too unoriginal to be funny. Tyler. It's freezing out. Not looking forward to the bus ride home. So you and Emmie okay? Yeah, I think so. Anthony nods. That's cool. He starts to spit and stops. I think his ex, Nikki Lorde, has influenced him in her subtle way. You sure you can come to practice? Nope, I talked to coach. I have to finish my project. He doesn't say anything. Listen, I love hoops, but I also love art. Like, a lot. I'm getting serious about it. Even thinking of joining the manga club. Dude, no, you're gonna turn emo? I just like comics. I want to do more. I think about my dad and his, and everyone else's, expectations about b-balling grades and stuff, and my own. Maybe changing those expectations isn't the worst thing. Maybe even benching it for a game or two wouldn't be the worst either. I just want to stop all the pressure I'm putting on myself and go back to enjoying basketball, like art. I get it. I still get back to practice and playing Fortnite and stuff. Promise. I'll hold you to it. We split up. He heads to the gym and I head out the door when I hurry to catch up. There's something I've got to ask him. Emmie. Evening of the student showcase. I guess I have another excuse to wear this. Surprise, Eminem. What are you doing home? My roommate drove up to her dad's birthday, so I helped along. Light homework weekend. You look cute in your outfit. I break down and tell her about the project and Tyler. The funny thing, I still like Tyler and all, but I think of him more as a friend now than a crush, especially after what happened. Is that weird? Not weird. You see that he is a human adolescent, not some attainable popular boy. I can say that after experiencing multiple broken hearts. Trina's so easy to talk to. It helps that she's been through all the tough stuff first. Okay, I'm gonna see if Mom has non-lumig beet pasta to heat up. See you downstairs. She closes the door and I'm left with my thoughts again. I hope Miss Laurie and everyone loves their comic. I hope we win that art prize. I hope Tyler likes this outfit. I catch myself. Maybe I'm not as over him as I thought. Tyler. Everyone and their brother are here at the student showcase. Even my own brother. I thought my mom forced him to come, but weirdly he seems to want to be here. We just walk through all the other arts and academic showcases. I proudly lead my mom and Zach to our comic book, which sits on a long table with everyone else's. People are allowed to look it through. I think we have a good chance at the prize. I'm no longer wishing for that as much as some people, but still. Miss Laurie will be here soon. She's going to announce the winner for the best comic by grade. Meanwhile, Anthony, Joe, and Jamie, Maya, and a few other kids come to look at ours. Emmie's friend Brianna is here too. Guess she wants the science award. But everyone's waiting around awkwardly, cause Zach, to my shock, is leafing through a comic book, apparently reading to every single word. This is great. Emmie looks like she might faint. She never met Zach, but she knows he's really popular and a basketball star. Also, he's not bad looking. Meanwhile, my mom, who doesn't get out much, is clearly enjoying being around other adults. Emmie's parents and older sister are here. I don't know Trina, but Emmie's told me about both siblings. They're usually away at college, so she always feels like an only child. Makes me kind of glad Zach's still around, even if he's busy. But here's the thing. He's been different lately. He's still busy, but he takes more time to ask me about school and stuff. And he even promised to come to one of our practice gigs next week. Plus, he's here, which is something. Or maybe he just likes to get the ego trip. Miss Laurie finally arrives to announce the winners. She's holding the mystery envelopes. Suddenly, I'm kind of nervous. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us. Parents, relatives, and friends, you should congratulate these talented students on their hard work. The students had 3 weeks to make the comic books, and I must say, their efforts were impressive. So without further ado, I'd like to announce the winners. For 6th grade, the winner is Sophie Meldelson. Attending 6th grader with a long braid excitedly takes the envelope and thanks Miss Laurie. She tears it open before she even gets back to her parents. Art supplies gift card. Secretly hope for Tasty's gift card. I glance at Emmie, who looks like she's ready to tackle that girl for her prize. Miss Laurie clears her throat. Now my pleasure is to announce the winner for 7th grade. The winner is Sarah Reyes. My stomach drops with disappointment. Anthony gives me a consoling nudge. Next time, man. My mom squeezes my shoulder and Zach says, tough break tie. I'm gonna find Emmie. While Miss Laurie announces the 8th grade prize, I cross the hall to Emmie. She's alone. Bry's at the water fountain and Emmie's family's checking out the art. Sorry we didn't win. Sorry for you too. Yeah, it's okay. And I mean it. For some reason, losing doesn't bother me that much. Sarah's comic is great. I guess I was so caught up in ours, I forgot that she was serious competition. She smiles, and something unexpected happens. Whoa, what was that? Hey, you and your friend's gonna go to Tasty's after this? My mom can drive us. I'll ask. She goes to talk to her parents and Brianna. Joe wanders over. I just ate 1 billion sprinkled cookies. I'm gonna hurl rainbows. Do it. What? Now, go. I nod at someone across the hall. It dawns on him. He looks like he'd rather get kicked in the head by a yeti, but he gulps once and crosses the hall. Hey. Hi. I just want to say congrats. Your comic is really good. Oh, thanks. She stares at Joe, probably wondering what decent spirit took over his body. You were always good at art and stuff. Not me, I can't draw a straight line. People always say that, but I can't either. You can draw a stick figure. I can do that and butts. I remember you drawing on Mrs. Tyler's desk in 4th grade. Oh yeah, good times. My first attention. They keep talking. I know they're exactly the same height. I had thought about Joe kept trying to get Sarah's attention and how it was different from the way he usually acted. It was almost like he kept trying to compliment her or something, in his twisted Joe way. I finally got it out of him. Yeah, okay, since 4th grade. We went to the same elementary school. Surprising since they seem so opposite, but crushes are unpredictable. We can go. There are too many of us, so we can meet you. Cool. I hold up my hand, Emmie high-fives mine. Missouri walks over, nibbling a brownie. I think that's her 4th one. The woman can really put them away. Hi guys, well done. I wanted to tell you, it was really close. You should be pleased with your project. Good teamwork. We tell her we are. Consolation prize. I got these from the cupcake table. Shh, don't tell the others. We laugh as she hands us a secret stash of mini cupcakes. Then she enjoys some parents. I feel my phone buzz in my back pocket. I check. It's my dad on FaceTime. I'm kind of surprised and excited he remembered the showcase. I'll be right back. I walk around the corner to a quieter hall. Hey, how's it going? Where'd I catch you? My heart sinks. He forgot. I'm at school. It's student showcase night, remember? Student showcase? Oh, there was some kind of art contest, right? Right. Well, did you win? I groaned to myself. I know it was just a question, and I no longer care that we didn't win, but he didn't even remember what it was. I could win. That it was a comic book, and that I teamed up with Emmie, and that I worked my butt off for weeks, but I tried to let it slide. Nope, next time. Next time, okay, I guess. Hi, Tyler. Sorry, I need your dad's help with the enchiladas. We'll have to say goodbye. Unbelievable. It can wait, Sal. I like to talk to Ty. But it can wait. I can't believe he finally stood up to her. Fine, I'll start them myself. Sorry you didn't win, Ty, but I'd love to see your project when I visit. You're visiting? Next month. Got some time off. Not basketball weather, but maybe you can take some movies. I cheer up instantly. That's not what I expected. We talk a minute longer until I hear my name called. Mom. I realize everyone is waiting. So would you like me to drive you all to Tasties? Yeah. My drooling reflex kicks in as in the thought of the double fudge brownie sundae. Nice of Miss Lori, but those tiny cupcakes didn't cut it. Actually, I can take these creeps. A shake sounds good anyway. Also, not what I expected. I know there's an ulterior motive of a shake and SUV privileges, but still. We head through the front door. I look at everyone and think, what a weird mix. But sometimes, weird just feels right. Epilogue. Why did this chapter look different? That's because at the last minute, we did it together. That night, the boy cramps out in his fort. He has a new tool. The girl appears at the attic window. He's here. The boy presses. The girl is too curious. She enters the room. The boy starts asking questions. Lots of questions. Who are you? Why do you like my attic? Where were you born? Are there others like you? Which do you like more, pizza or tacos? The girl is surprised. He's not scared? And then amused. This seems silly but fun. She answers, Allie, I think it's interesting. I was born in this town. Yes, tacos, duh. The boy asks the most important question. Is this you? Yes. When he finishes, the boy turns the volume all the way up and hits play. The rest of the night, the boy asks more questions and the girl answers. They do this all week. To their amazement, they realize they have a lot in common. So you like art too? Yes, I was pretty good when I was alive. You're good now. You too. Did you have any pets? A dog, Agnes. I have a dog, Snoopy. My favorite comic strip. They become friends. One night, the boy invites his human friends to the attic to meet the girl. Ready? He seems like no one approves. You can't hang out with a ghost. It's creepy. You can't hang out with a human. That's creepy. But the boy and the girl remain friends and stop caring about what anyone thinks. How'd you die? I was sick for a long time. That's when I discovered painting. And the more they talk and share stories, I have lots of paint and paper. You can use them. Okay. The more everyone else gets used to it. She painted that? Wow. You painted that? Wow. And in the end, they discover that their worlds aren't so different after all.